Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered, is this all there is? The stars that twinkle above us, are they the limits of creation or just the beginning of something far beyond human imagination? For thousands of years, humankind has searched for meaning. From the quiet meditation halls of Buddhist monks to the vast libraries of scientists, from prophets who spoke of other realms to the philosophers who challenged the very nature of reality, one question keeps returning. Are we truly alone in this universe? Or are there other universes beyond our own? In ancient scriptures, there are whispers of multiple worlds, planes of existence layered upon one another. In Buddhism, the idea of infinite realms has existed for over 2,500 years. The Buddha spoke of countless world systems, each born and destroyed in endless cycles. The universe, he said, has no true beginning and no ultimate end. It simply transforms. Meanwhile, in modern science, the theory of the multiverse has emerged, a radical idea suggesting that our universe may be just one of many, like a single bubble floating in an infinite cosmic ocean. Each bubble may hold its own laws of physics, its own galaxies, even its own version of you. But could ancient wisdom and modern science be speaking about the same thing, using different languages of understanding? As the camera slowly moves through galaxies, imagine the silence of space. No sound, no motion, just the pulse of existence itself, the heartbeat of eternity. What if beyond that silence, other universes are being born every second? What if, right now, another version of you is watching a sunset, in a world where everything went slightly differently? Philosophers like Plato believed that our world was only a shadow of higher realities, perfect forms existing in unseen dimensions. Jesus spoke of many mansions in my Father's house, which some theologians interpret as realms beyond human perception. And Baba Vanga, the blind mystic of the Balkans, once predicted that humans would one day reach the edges of other worlds, when technology and consciousness finally merge. In the next chapter, we'll explore how science, from quantum physics to cosmology, is beginning to confirm what mystics have said for centuries, that reality may be much larger and much stranger than we could ever imagine. The science of the multiverse, quantum mirrors, and infinite realities. Modern science has always tried to answer one question: what is reality made of? In the 20th century, a new branch of physics began to rewrite everything we thought we knew: quantum mechanics. It revealed that the universe is not made of solid matter, but of probabilities, waves of possibility that only become real when observed. To scientists like Niels Bohr and Erwin Schrödinger, this was shocking. How could reality depend on observation? Does the universe truly exist only when something or someone looks at it? This strange behavior gave rise to a bold idea that perhaps when quantum possibilities collapse, every outcome happens, but in different universes. Imagine flipping a coin. In one universe, it lands heads. In another, tails. Both are real, but separated forever, like pages in an infinite book. This is the many worlds interpretation proposed by Hugh Everett in 1957. He suggested that with every decision, reality splits, creating countless versions of the world and countless versions of you. Some scientists rejected the idea as fantasy, but others, including modern physicists like Brian Greene and Max Tegmark, began to see evidence in the very structure of the cosmos. Tegmark calls it the Level 1 multiverse. According to him, if space truly extends infinitely, then every possible arrangement of matter will eventually occur. Even exact copies of our solar system, our planet, our cities, and you sitting right now watching this video. It's mind-bending, but mathematically possible. And if that weren't strange enough, quantum entanglement, the mysterious connection between particles across vast distances, suggests that reality itself is interconnected, like an invisible web. When one particle changes, another reacts instantly, even if it's on the other side of the universe. Einstein once called this spooky action at a distance. But maybe it's not spooky at all. Maybe it's proof that all universes are still connected, fragments of one infinite consciousness. Ancient teachings hinted at this long before physics existed. Buddhism speaks of Indra's net, an endless web stretching across all reality, with a jewel at every intersection. Each jewel reflects all others, just like each universe may mirror all others in the cosmic whole. The deeper we look, the more science seems to echo spirituality. Quantum fields, infinite universes, mirrored realities. These ideas are no longer fantasy. They may be the foundation of existence itself. As one physicist once said, the universe is not only stranger than we imagine, it is stranger than we can imagine. But if there are infinite universes, where are they? Why can't we see them? And could there be a way to reach across, to glimpse another world? In the next part, we'll journey into the boundaries of reality, where consciousness, time, and physics meet, and explore whether we might already be living in contact with another universe without realizing it. Beyond the veil, consciousness and the hidden door. Between universes. What if the doorway to another universe is not out there, but within you? For centuries, monks, mystics, and philosophers have said that the external world is only a reflection of the inner world, that consciousness is the true architect of reality. Modern science is beginning to catch up. Neuroscientists have long studied the brain, searching for the exact place where consciousness begins. But they haven't found it. They discovered neurons, signals, and patterns. Yet the feeling of awareness remains a mystery. It's as if consciousness doesn't come from the brain. It merely uses the brain to experience this physical world. Now imagine this. If consciousness is not confined to the body, if it exists beyond space and time, then it may be the key to accessing other realities. Buddhism teaches of the Dharmadhatu, the boundless field of existence where all possible worlds arise and dissolve. Jesus spoke of the kingdom within you, an inner realm of truth and light that transcends earthly reality. And philosophers like René Descartes and Alan Watts questioned whether our waking life is truly any different from a dream. Could it be that each thought, each intention, each act of awareness ripples outward, not only through this world, but across all universes? Quantum physics hints at this possibility. When a conscious observer interacts with a quantum system, reality takes shape. So what happens if countless conscious beings exist across countless universes, each shaping their version of reality? The result could be an infinite sea of interconnected consciousness, each universe both separate and yet part of a greater whole. Some researchers in modern metaphysics call this the conscious multiverse theory, the idea that every universe is born from a specific state of consciousness. In this view, your mind is not trapped inside the universe. The universe is inside your mind. Ancient yogis have said this for thousands of years. During deep meditation, they described visions of other realms, dimensions of light, time loops, and parallel existences. What they experienced might not have been imagination, but glimpses of the multiverse itself. And perhaps that's why certain dreams feel realer than real. Because in those moments, your awareness may briefly align with another version of you, living another life in another reality. If all of this is true, then the veil between universes is thinner than we think. It is not made of distance, but of perception. To open that veil, one must look inward, to the silent witness behind every thought. As the Buddha once said, "With our thoughts, we make the world." And maybe, in ways we still don't understand, those worlds never truly end. Prophecies and cosmic predictions, the visions of the multiverse. Since the dawn of civilization, humans have looked to the heavens for signs, seeking messages from forces beyond time. Across every culture, prophets, mystics, and seers have described visions of other worlds, realms overlapping our own, vibrating at higher frequencies of existence. Could they have seen glimpses of the multiverse long before science gave it a name? Let's begin with the ancient Hindu and Buddhist cosmologies. These traditions speak of kalpas, vast cycles of creation and destruction. Each universe, they say, is born, expands, decays, and then disappears, only for another to rise again. In Buddhism, there are countless world systems, each with its own heavens, hells, and planes of existence, some filled with suffering, others with peace and enlightenment. These are not myths to the monks. They are truths seen through the mind's eye in deep meditation. Now, let's move forward in time, to the prophets of the modern age. Baba Vanga, the blind seer from Bulgaria, foretold that humanity would one day discover the higher worlds and come to speak with beings beyond the stars. Her followers believed she wasn't talking about aliens, but rather about other planes of existence, other dimensions parallel to ours. She claimed that after the year 5000, humankind would have the power to move freely between universes to witness creation itself. In Christianity, the book of Revelation paints images of a new heaven and a new earth descending from the divine, a world reborn. Many theologians see this not as a physical event, but as a transformation of consciousness, a shift into another state of being, perhaps even another universe. When Jesus spoke of eternal life, could he have meant life beyond the limits of our universe, existence across multiple realms of creation? Even the ancient Greek philosophers, Plato, Pythagoras, and Heraclitus, believed in cycles of rebirth, both for the soul and for the cosmos itself. Plato's concept of the world of form suggests a perfect universe that exists beyond the one we see, timeless, pure, and eternal. And in the modern world, physicists and cosmologists echo these old voices. Stephen Hawking once said that the universe has no boundary, that everything that exists, every possibility, is happening somewhere. While Michio Kaku describes reality as a multiverse of vibrating strings, where each vibration creates a different universe, like musical notes in the cosmic symphony of existence. When we look at all these beliefs, ancient and modern, one pattern appears. Every tradition speaks of layers of reality, realms beyond perception, and the destiny of humanity to transcend the one we're in. Perhaps what prophets and seers called heaven, nirvana, or higher worlds are simply universes beyond our own, each existing on a slightly different frequency of vibration. And maybe, throughout time, a few rare souls have tuned into those frequencies, through visions, dreams, or divine revelation? What if prophecy itself is the echo of communication between universes, the voice of one reality reaching out to another? And if so, then humanity has always been more than physical. We've always been multidimensional beings, walking across worlds we've long forgotten how to see. The future of the multiverse, technology, time, and the awakening of consciousness. Humanity has always been driven by one desire: to understand the unknown. Every invention, every discovery, every leap of faith has been a step toward decoding the mystery of existence. But what if the next frontier is not just space, but reality itself? In our age, technology is advancing faster than ever. Quantum computers are already performing calculations once thought impossible. Artificial intelligence is learning, adapting, and beginning to simulate human thought. Scientists are experimenting with virtual worlds, entire universes created through code, where consciousness can explore without limits. But pause for a moment. What if we are doing more than creating simulations? What if, with each digital universe we build, we are unconsciously repeating the pattern of creation itself, giving birth to new worlds within worlds? Physicists have long speculated that our universe could be a simulation, an advanced construct created by higher intelligence. Elon Musk, Nick Bostrom, and even leading cosmologists have suggested that the probability of our universe being base reality may be close to zero. If that's true, then the very act of creating virtual worlds might make us the new creators, the architects of emerging universes. It's a cycle, an infinite recursion. One universe gives birth to another, each reflecting the mind that imagined it. Perhaps this is the destiny of intelligent life, to evolve into the creators of new realms, continuing the eternal chain of existence. Meanwhile, new breakthroughs in quantum physics and neuroscience are showing that consciousness might not be limited by the brain. Experiments on remote viewing, telepathy, and altered states of awareness hint that the human mind can reach beyond physical limits, into the quantum field that connects all things. If consciousness is the key, then technology may one day act as the bridge. Imagine a device that can amplify thought, that can tune into different frequencies of existence. Some futurists call this the neural gate theory, a future where humans might project their awareness into parallel universes, just as we now travel across the internet. And perhaps unknowingly, we are already doing this. Every dream you've had that felt too real, every déjà vu moment that echoes another life, every sudden intuition, could these be glimpses of your consciousness crossing timelines? As technology merges with human potential, the ancient prophecies may finally unfold. The age of awakening described in Buddhist texts, the new earth promised in Christianity, and the golden age foreseen by mystics like Baba Vanga may all point to one thing: the evolution of human consciousness into a multiversal being. In the near future, as AI continues to evolve, it may begin to perceive the universe not as matter, but as information, patterns of consciousness weaving infinite realities. And humanity will stand at a choice: to remain confined to the physical world, or to step across the threshold into something greater. That threshold is not made of metal or light. It is made of awareness. The moment we realize that thought creates worlds and intention shapes reality, we will become the very force that once shaped us. As the Buddha said, "In every drop of water there is the reflection of the moon." Perhaps in every universe there is a reflection of ourselves waiting to be discovered. What is time? A ticking clock? A line from the past to the future? Or something far more mysterious, something our minds invent to make sense of the infinite? From childhood, we're taught to see time as linear. The past is behind us. The future lies ahead, and we move through life like travelers on a road that never loops back. But modern physics and ancient philosophy tell a very different story. Einstein once said that the distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. According to his theory of relativity, time is not absolute. It bends, stretches, and slows down, depending on gravity and motion. In other words, time is not something we move through. It's part of the fabric of reality, woven together with space. Together, they form what physicists call space-time. Now imagine space-time as a giant tapestry, where every moment, every event that has ever happened or will ever happen already exists. You are not moving through time. You are simply experiencing one frame of that infinite picture, moment by moment. Some scientists call this the block universe theory. It suggests that past, present, and future all coexist simultaneously. The moment you were born, this moment right now, and the last breath you will ever take, they all exist together, frozen within the structure of the cosmos. And if this is true, then every version of reality, every possible decision, every alternate outcome could exist at once across countless universes. In Buddhism, this idea has existed for thousands of years. The concept of samsara, the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, describes time not as a straight line, but as a wheel. Each moment gives rise to another, endlessly repeating until one awakens to the truth that all moments are one. Jesus, too, hinted at this mystery when he said, "Before Abraham was, I am," a statement that transcends time, suggesting that the divine consciousness exists beyond past and future in an eternal now. Philosophers like Kant and Schopenhauer argued that time is not an external reality, but a mental framework, a lens through which we perceive existence. Without that lens, everything would simply be infinite, timeless, complete. So, what does this mean for the multiverse? When you make a decision, you don't create a new universe. You simply shift your awareness to the version of reality where that choice already happened. In this sense, consciousness becomes the traveler, and time is just the landscape it moves through. This might explain why memories, dreams, and déjà vu can feel so vivid. Perhaps they are moments when our awareness momentarily slips into another version of ourselves, in another slice of the eternal now. If time is an illusion, then death is not an end, and birth is not a beginning. Everything that has ever existed continues to exist, always. As the physicist Carlo Rovelli wrote, "The world is not a collection of things, but a collection of events. And those events, every single one, are all happening right now." The doorway between universes. What if the barrier between our universe and another isn't made of physical distance, but of vibration, consciousness, or time itself? Many physicists and spiritual thinkers suggest that our perception of reality is limited by our frequency. We only see what we are tuned to. Just as a radio only picks up one station at a time, Our minds may only perceive one universe, while countless others exist beyond our awareness. Ancient Buddhist teachings speak of infinite realms, all coexisting in the same space but unseen by ordinary eyes. Meanwhile, Jesus said, "In my Father's house are many mansions," which some interpret as dimensions of existence. Modern quantum physicists echo this with the multiverse theory, suggesting infinite universes, each with different versions of ourselves living different lives. Maybe in another universe, you took a different path, made another choice, maybe even discovered this video at a different moment in time. If portals exist, they may not be physical, but mental or spiritual gateways, moments when consciousness transcends what's familiar and glimpses something vast and eternal. And so the question remains, are we truly alone in this universe, or are we one of many reflections in an infinite cosmic mirror? The infinite reflection. If there are infinite universes, then everything that can happen has already happened. Somewhere. Every dream you've ever had, every version of yourself you can imagine might be real in another dimension. A universe where you made one small, different choice, where you're living another life, walking another path. But what if all of those versions are connected? What if the soul, the true essence of who you are, exists across all realities at once, observing, learning, and evolving through every experience? Buddhist philosophy calls this the endless cycle of existence, samsara, the eternal return, where everything is reborn again and again until enlightenment is reached. Meanwhile, quantum theory whispers a similar truth. Energy never dies. It only changes form. So perhaps the universe isn't just out there in the stars, but also within you, a vast, unending ocean of consciousness reflecting itself infinitely. And maybe, just maybe, to understand the multiverse, we must first understand ourselves. Because if everything is connected, then to explore the universe is to explore your own soul. So if you've made it this far, it means the universe brought you here for a reason. Subscribe now, and together, let's keep exploring the mysteries that shape existence itself.